And for more on that story, let's speak to our Bureau Chief Asha Khosa, who joins us here in the newsroom. Asha, now that a very crucial CCS meet as far as army deployment in the valley is concerned, what happened? What were the conclusions of that meet? What kind of role will the army now play in the Kashmir Valley?
Well, army getting deployed in Srinagar is just a short-term measure, and it is in a way a desperate measure. It shows that how seriously Centre views at Kashmir situation today. Centre doesn't want the situation in Kashmir should drift further, so army was called in to arrest that the drift. But at the same time, the centre has said we don't want army to stay there, but it will be in a standby mode because the civil authorities, the Umar Abdullah government, desperately needs them as a standby mode. So at the same time, the centre's policy is that the situation should not be allowed to further escalate in Kashmir. Right. And Umar has been advised to crack down on all the mischief makers. The centre and state both see a design in the pattern of violence that has been happening in Kashmir.
Right, Asha, thanks so much for those updates. So army has been deployed in the valley, and it will be here there for some time now at least. And after that, the situation will be reviewed, and then a decision would be made as to how long will the army can continue in the Kashmir Valley. And now moving on, a very curious incident happened in Kochi at INS Dronacharya, where the Southern Command Naval, Rear Admiral S.S. Jamwal was actually killed in an accidental firing. There was a firing going on, and incidentally he was visiting, and he was having a look at the place, and he was shot. And now he is the third senior most officer of the Indian Navy, and now the Navy has ordered a court of inquiry into his death. He was hit by a stray bullet when the officers were being trained in the firing range of INS Dronacharya. This incident has taken place in the morning, and this, of course, incident has come as a major shock for the Navy. And now a shocking incident that came in from Hyderabad, where an American woman who used to stay in the upmarket Banjara Hill locality of the city, she was raped and she was robbed at a knife point. Now the woman has been assaulted, and of course she is in the hospital. Her condition is right now said to be stable. And the woman works for a non-profit charitable organization, and she lives alone in the penthouse of an independent house in the Banjara Hill area. And the police said that the rapist broke into her home at around 4 in the morning and raped her at the knife point. And they also took away some money, and that is to the tune of 5 lakh rupees. Meanwhile, police have launched a manhunt for the accused, based on the description given by the woman. And of course, now news from those Naxal affected areas, 5 Naxal affected areas. Well, the Naxals have called for a 2-day strike there, and 7 trains were cancelled today, and routes of 5 were diverted in Jharkhand as the Maoists began their 2-day strike. And they have called in this strike after the killing of their top leader Azad in Andhra Pradesh. This bandh has been called in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Orissa and Bihar. And railway establishments in Naxal affected states have been put on high alert. It was done after the ministry received an intelligence inputs about a possible attack by the insurgents on the trains during the bandh. And now an update on the Delhi scribe Nirupma Pathak death case. Well, now the Jharkhand police have handed over the report to the Chief Judicial Magistrate on her death, and the report says the evidence doesn't confirm to murder in the case. Remember, journalist Nirupma Pathak allegedly committed suicide in May this year by hanging herself to the ceiling fan. Later, Nirupma's boyfriend alleged that the parents of Nirupma killed her as they were against their daughter's relationship with him. And right now in Focus at 7, we'll be taking a short break, but news will continue on the other side as well. And joining me in this bulletin are Rukma Datta from the News Center. But time now for a short break.